Hi there! You're invited to listen to an exclusive excerpt from the next episode that I'll be publishing on Sunday. My next guest is absolutely fascinating, and this is just a teaser of what you can expect from our discussion. Enjoy listening, and I'll see you on Sunday for the full episode.
Welcome to Finscale, a podcast created by Solène Niederkorn, shedding light on innovation in finance, banking, and insurance.
Navigating KYC Challenges with Fourthline Insights. Krik Gunning, CEO and co-founder of Fourthline.
The typical approach we've seen there is that banks blame the regulator and say, yeah, the regulator forces me to ask you this information. I also realize it's painful. I also realize this is time consuming, but we'll just have to get through this process, which I think is a very negative way of approaching the topic. And I think if you zoom out and take a step back, this is not just about preventing criminals from getting access to the financial system. This is also about empowering you as an individual to protect your privacy and to protect your account and to protect your savings. I would hope that more financial institutions realize that a remediation process is actually an opportunity to do exactly that. So to tell a client, listen, we're now going to give you the tools to prevent your account from being accessed by criminals, from your savings being robbed. And we're going to allow you to go through a process once and reuse that information to protect your account and your savings going forward. I think that's really a missed opportunity because it can actually be a really positive thing.
Starting out in the financial sector brings many surprises, and often the greatest comes during audits and regulatory visits. The challenge of squaring away the central client file, a seemingly routine task, can throw even the most established financial institutions into disarray. This vital KYC remediation process, filled with complexities and operational challenges, is often overlooked. Institutions grapple with inconsistencies in customer data across different systems, and not to mention the looming concern of inadvertently facilitating financial crimes. Data privacy, security challenge, and the risk of not conducting proper KYC remediation or pressing matters. Krik provides valuable insights into navigating these intricacies, emphasizing the importance of understanding and adapting to an evolving regulatory landscape to maintain compliance. He also shares advice on how organizations can sustain customer relationships during the KYC process and offers a strategy to mitigate any negative impact. Delving deeper into Fourthline's offering, we explore how they assist clients from onboarding to maintaining long-term customer relationships, showcasing solutions they provide, with Conto as a case in point. The conversation also touched on the need for country-specific adaptations for optimal performance and the innovative approach of qualified signatures provided by the European firm based in the Netherlands. Enjoy the show! Hello everyone, hi Krik.
Very nice to be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm very happy to have you on my podcast and to deal with the complexity of onboarding remediation of client files. Can you please introduce yourself and explain to us how you went from ABN AMRO to building your proper venture in the KYC area?
Absolutely. So my name is Krik Gunning. I'm the co-founder and chief executive at Fourthline. Bit of international background. So I was born in the US, then moved to England, then to Belgium, where in kindergarten I could actually speak French. Unfortunately, that's no longer the case. I spent the majority of my childhood in the Netherlands, lived also in Spain and in Lebanon. And to your point, I started my career in banking, doing M&A advisory at ABN AMRO Bank. Then after 5 years I left, I co-founded an advisory boutique that was partially doing M&A and partially advising startups that were looking to raise capital. I ended up joining one of the startups that I advised. So I took a bit of an educated guess, a company called SafeNet. With SafeNet, we built and launched a B2B deposit platform for which we need to be regulated and for which we needed strong functionality around KYC, as it involved opening multiple accounts at different banks. And back then in 2015, 2016, we evaluated tech solutions that were in the market, and in the end concluded that we didn't think any of them were solving the problem that we faced as a financial institution. So we decided to build something ourselves, basically taking the view that we wanted to control all of the technology rather than implementing 5 or 6 different point solutions. And once we had that up and running, a couple of other fintechs approached us asking whether they could use that platform as a standalone product, which we launched in January 2018. And that started growing so rapidly that over the course of 2019, we decided to split the two companies and rebrand the KYC platform to Fourthline, where I'm now leading a team of just under 300 people with 50 different nationalities.
Perfect. And you're based in the Netherlands?
Yeah, the headquarters is in Amsterdam, the Netherlands. We also have a tech and operations hub in Barcelona in Spain, and we have salespeople in London, Paris, and Madrid.
Perfect. So as I said to you, I already did some episodes, and particularly in the French channel, on the onboarding. I've been facing what I was in banking remediation exercise, and I find it interesting to dive into this very specific exercise that usually is done perfectly by financial institutions, but requires a complex operational processes. In your sense, what are the most significant complexities involved in these KYC remediation processes?
It's a great question, and so just making sure that everyone understand what it entails. What we've seen happening across Europe with different regulators is we have very strict laws and regulations to prevent money laundering. Regulators initially focused a lot on making sure that financial institutions perform adequate client due diligence checks when onboarding new clients. But in recent years, we've seen a shift of attention also to checking whether financial institutions have adequate files on clients that they onboarded in the past.
Now that you've heard an excerpt from the upcoming episode on Sunday, make sure you stay tuned and connected so you don't miss a beat.